Good Mom and Monday.
You're here at the Mistake Mama podcast. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Mandee.
And we are your hosts. This week, we're going to be talking all about love for Valentine's Day. 'Cause it's Valentine's Day on Wednesday. But so that's why we're like in pink. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but
we attempted to be a little bit lovey Valentine-y.
Yes, we attempted.
Yeah.
We didn't change like the whole setup or anything.
No.
So if you're listening, you're not missing out too much. I'm just wearing a white shirt with pink flowers.
And she's got just pink. Except on there, it's coming off really light pink. So we'll see what it happens.
In real life, it's coming off as lavender.
Oh, well, you know, whatever.
I mean, purple works too. Purple, red, and
kind
pink
of lavendery.
Is.
I guess when it's in my closet, because I don't have a lot of like pink things, it looks very pink in my closet.
It could also be because you do have pink eyeshadow on, so it looks a lot more purple.
That could be it too.
Yeah. We tried.
Okay. Anyway, we tried. We tried to be girly.
Yes. So I think for our wins or fails in our books, we should do like wins, fails for Valentine's Day. And then our books, maybe like our favorite romance.
Okay. I actually do have a fail it's a potential fail.
Potential?
For this Valentine's Day.
Oh, so you might find out in a future episode. It's not going to be next week, though, because next week is not. That one was pre-recorded, so
yeah,
maybe the week after.
Yeah. So Michael, I think I've mentioned on here plenty of times, Michael is into Pokemon. Mm-hmm. Well, of course, that means that my Instagram and Facebook show me a bunch of Pokemon stuff. Mm-hmm. And there's like this, I've seen several of them now, these Pokemon cards, but it's like you put a picture of you and him and it's like, I choose you kind of a thing. It's really cheesy and it's like kind of like a metal-y type card.
Mm-hmm. It's cute,
and
though.
So I ordered one for Michael and then I looked through the reviews and it's 50-50 on whether it's legit.
Oh.
So that's where my fail part comes in because either I'm getting the card or I'm calling my bank.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a thing. Mm-hmm. Fingers crossed for you that it actually is what it's supposed to be.
I'm hoping, but I also, the thing where I can track it, it says like log into your account. Well, it never had me make an account when I bought it. So then I made the account because you know how sometimes on some websites you can like make the account after and then you just like put in
the order number.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there's no place that I can find to put that. And so I have no tracking information. So it's looking bad, guys.
It's looking sus.
So either he's getting something or he's getting nothing. Yeah.
All right.
That's my potential fail.
Okay.
What about for you?
So my fail is a perpetual fail that has now kind of become a joke. So I don't know what it is, but caramel has always made me break out really bad. Oh. Like if it touches my skin. When I worked at Starbucks, it was so much fun.
Yeah,
like
I can imagine.
It would give me a rash and it always makes my stomach hurt.
Oh.
Which is weird because it's like just sugar and milk.
Yeah.
And I'm not allergic to either of those things. But apparently when it turns into caramel, my body doesn't like it.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know if I would call it an allergy per se. I usually just say I'm allergic to caramel because it's just easier than explaining the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so allergic to caramel. I don't like dark chocolate. Gives me like...
Right.
I don't like it. It makes me nauseous. I hate it. Ugh. And I didn't used to be such a big like nuts and chocolate person. I am way more... I like that now. I don't like peanuts and chocolate though. Don't give me those.
Oh, really?
I like Reese's, but I don't like peanuts and chocolate.
Okay. All right.
The peanuts specifically. But like I'll do almonds and cashews and whatever, pecans, whatever. I'll do all that in chocolate. But so me and Thomas have been together for about 10 years now.
Right.
We got together in high school. And when we had our very first Valentine's Day, which would have been about 2 months into our relationship, he got me one of those like, heart-shaped chocolate things with like assorted whatever. He got me the one that has like maybe 2 pieces of milk chocolate in there that are just milk chocolate. Everything else has like caramel, nuts, jams or jellies or is dark chocolate.
Oh, no.
And it was like, okay, well, really only eat like 3 pieces out of this, 15-piece thing.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Next time I won't. And whatever. I'll get you something else. And he got me like chocolate. He went back to the store and got me just like a thing of chocolate. I love chocolate. But the next year he ended up getting me the same thing again on accident.
Oh, no. That's funny.
And then again the next year.
Oh, no.
Again on accident.
Thomas.
And so now he gets it purposefully every year.
As a joke.
And then gets me my own thing.
Right.
But yeah, so.
That's super cute, though.
It was a fail for 3 years. Obviously, the first year he had no idea.
Yeah.
And I mean, now I will actually eat more out of it because I really didn't like milk chocolate and nuts before. I don't know why, because I like both, but whatever.
Yeah.
Now I'll eat those pieces, but I won't eat the other stuff.
Yeah.
Still like less than half. But.
Yeah.
It's been just a perpetual joke at this point. Funny. And it's now like, if he doesn't get it, it's like,
where's my chocolate?
Yeah, last year he didn't give me it, and I got so offended.
Oh my goodness!
It's like, I know that I don't actually eat it, but like this has been a thing, and
right,
he's like, we're out.
He's got to get it sooner.
Gotta get it sooner. Yeah, and he was thinking about it the other day because he was like, "Oh yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up." I'm like, "I know." He goes, "I can't forget your box of chocolates."
That's funny.
So it's like. It's just a kind of a funny thing that was originally a fail and is now like just a running joke for us.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of a win. I mean, you just made me think of our first Valentine's Day, which I don't know if this would be considered a win, but I guess I'll tell it anyway. So when we first met, we met in like January time, and we were just kind of talking. And remember, maybe you guys don't remember, but I had said that when we first met, we were like, this isn't going to be anything. Like, let's just be friends, kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. So we were talking for a while, and Valentine's Day came up. And then, of course, I'm freshman in high school, and I'm like, oh, Valentine's Day, don't have a Valentine, blah, 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 blah. And then he went to like Walmart one time, and he sent me a picture of like one of those giant teddy bears. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh yeah, no one's ever gotten me like anything like that, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, but I don't even want like a huge teddy bear because I don't know where I'd put it. And
oh yeah, they are impossible.
Yeah.
I did have one at one point in
right,
time.
I remember that.
We ended up having to give it away because we just couldn't.
Yeah, where do you put them? Unless you have like a giant kid playroom or something. Like,
we kept it in Anna's room for a while.
Yeah.
After we had her.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, it was fine just being in my room.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that was also before I was an adult.
Yeah.
But then once we had her, it was like, kind of works in here.
Right.
But then we had
it
another
starts taking up space.
And, yeah. Doesn't work.
So then Valentine's Day comes. He got me a teddy bear that I still have, and it's like a really nice one that has, it's kind of vintagey. If I can remember, I will send you a picture of it and you can insert it here. And then he got me like a few little other things with it. And I remember just being like, wow, nobody's ever gotten me like a really thoughtful gift. He got me like these little like gemstone, like I think one was a little elephant, and he got me like a necklace with it and stuff. And this is why I say that it's maybe not a win, because then I don't know if I've ever told this on the podcast, but
I'm wondering.
I don't know if I've ever told you.
This might be a surprise for me too.
So when that happened, I thought, okay, we're going to become a couple soon, And then he kind of like ditched me for another girl.
Michael. I'm getting offended and y'all are married. I'm getting offended on your behalf.
And because I guess he was kind of talking to us both, because remember, we had said we were just friends. And that nothing was going anywhere.
Did he get her Valentine's Day stuff?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. I'm a little less mad.
Because for the Valentine's Day stuff, we were like really going strong.
Okay.
And then I think, I'm trying to remember what exactly happened.
I'm curious as fuck.
I think we went to a like girls basketball game or girls volleyball or something at the high school. And afterwards we were like hanging out outside, and I kind of, I don't know that I like denied him, but I was kind of just like, I think I reiterated like the friendship thing.
Got you.
And I think he thought that that was a moment that it was like we were starting to become more.
Oh.
And I think in my head, I was like, he doesn't want this to go anywhere. So I'm going to be the first one that says like,
Gotcha.
So we're just friends, right? Kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because then like the week after that, and this was probably like a week after Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm. So end of February.
Yeah. And that's when he was like, I think that I'm into somebody else. And I was just like, well, that's fine. Cause we weren't a thing, you know? And so then he was kind of like trying to get with this other girl. And then she was just not really feeling it as much.
Oh God. Michael's stuck between two girls and both of them are like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
It's just like,
but I think she was also kind of pulling a me.
oh,
Because later on, she kind of seemed a little jolly.
Ooh.
But anyway, and then like 2 weeks later, we got together.
And then you've been together ever since.
And then we've been together ever
Pretty
since.
much, yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know if that was a win, but it was a story.
I mean, it's a cute story. I didn't know that.
It happened so early on that I just always chalk it up as like, well, it was before we were dating. So,
Oh, true.
you know,
Yeah.
or before we were official, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's kind of a funny story, though.
Yeah. Cracks me up.
I'm trying to think of what my Valentine's Day win would be. I mean, Thomas always goes like all out for Valentine's Day dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like a seafood fry before. It's been like steaks before. Like I just said like twice, and now I'm cringing a little. But normally I'm the one who makes dinner and stuff, so it's kind of nice for on Valentine's Day and Mother's Day, things like that. I get to get the pamper.
You get taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Another win that I would say. My husband always gets Anna some flowers.
Oh.
Ever since she was like 2,
Okay.
I think. Because I mean, prior to that, she wasn't. I mean, you're not going to get a 1-year-old flowers.
Right.
She just kind of enjoyed seeing mine. But when she was like 2 years old, it was like, so these ones are mommy's and these ones are yours. And he like went and would pick whatever favorite color she's got.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
That's really awesome.
I think her first year it was like pink and red roses.
Okay.
And it's been something similar to that every single year. And for me, it's always lilies because I love lilies.
Oh yeah. I love the look of lilies, but I must be like highly allergic because every time Michael gets me them, I'm a hot mess, and I'm like,
oh, they are so messy.
I'm like, I'm so sorry, but you have to take these out of the house.
Yes.
Thank you, but no thank you.
They are so pretty, but oh my God, do they like shed that
The
rust
yellowy
colored?
Yeah.
It's like a mustard rust something.
Yep.
I don't even know.
Their
It's
little
everywhere.
pollen gets everywhere. And I have cats, and they like to track it around, and I think that they might be poisonous to cats. Not that my cats are munching on them.
I don't have cats, so I have no idea.
Right.
I'm not sure for that specific
But they are
thing.
really pretty.
They are. I love lilies. Yeah, specifically like the white ones, that little bit of pink.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I love them.
Those are really pretty.
Yeah, and he gets me those every single year. But, what are you doing? Oh, bag.
Oh, phone actually slid down the blanket. I thought I had it more tucked, and I did not.
Gotcha.
That's what that noise was.
Yeah, so he gets Anna flowers, and I think that's cute.
That is really cute.
I'm not sure if he's gonna get Ellie her own this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. She might still be a little too young. Might start that next year when she's 2.5. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Books.
Yes. Favorite romance books.
I'm trying to think about this. I used to be into like the Jordan Sparks novels. I read a lot of those, and I think every single one of those has like a love interest.
Wait, Jordan Sparks.
Is it Jordan Sparks?
Nicholas Sparks. You said Jordan, and I went with it. You're meaning
Is
Nicholas.
it Nicholas Sparks?
Jordan Sparks is the
Oh.
no.
I mean, on brand for the episode.
Totally on brand. And I went with it too, and then I thought about it, and I was like, wait.
Is it Nicholas Sparks?
It is, because I'm reading one by him right now.
Okay.
I'm reading the Dear John.
Okay, yeah. Read the
The Notebook, Dear John.
Yeah.
You name it.
Yeah.
Insert love story
I think I
here.
even said she wrote them because I was thinking Jordan Sparks in my head.
I just went with it too, knowing full well I am reading a Nicholas Sparks book right now.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. Nicholas Sparks. Used to read a lot. Loved like every single one that I read. Really cheesy. I really like a cheesy romance every once in a while. And then I think I'm trying to think of like my all-time favorite though. If I can narrow it down. I really enjoyed the Me Before You book, and I can't remember who that's by.
I'm not sure.
It's on my bookshelf, but I don't know. N starts with an N, maybe? I'm trying to visualize. I don't know.
Is it Nancy? Nora Roberts, perhaps?
No.
She writes a lot of love stories.
I can't remember. Anyway, that one was really good, and that was made into a movie. It was a good movie. But yeah, I think that'd be mine. Maybe Me Before You. Or any of the Nicholas Sparks books. Not Jordan Sparks.
I wonder how many of our listeners were just like, yeah, Jordan,
Jordan Sparks.
100%.
I've read her too.
Just going with it and then being like, oh yeah, that's not correct.
Oh man, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So what about you?
I would have to agree with Nicholas Sparks as well. I've not read very many just like straight love stories. I mean like contemporary love stories. I haven't read very many of those. I've read dark romances. I've read like the billionaire romances, right. Whatever else. I still really like that one. The Takeover.
Oh yeah.
I still really liked that.
Yeah,
that was a good story. I think I just kind of like it too because it's like I'm a mom of 3. She's a mom of 3.
Right.
So it's like I relate to her versus like a lot of romances are about like 17-year-olds.
Yes. Yeah. That is kind of interesting. It's like young adult romance novels, but I think I like those a lot because they're cutesy, not a lot of like really intense stuff happens, but it like gives you enough emotion that you are like involved and invested, you know?
Yeah. And I really like it's like the contemporary part of that. It's just like it's an easy romance. I mean, a lot of them were turned into movies and for good reason. And they're like classic romance movies.
Yeah. The Notebook, Dear John.
Those are the only 2 coming to my head too, but I know that there's a million more.
I've read a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
On my old Kindle, I'd have to go back and look through, but there's a ton of them.
And right now I'm reading Dear John.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Which I've actually never read Dear John. I've seen the movie a million times. But I got it at the library sale.
Oh, nice.
One of the last times I went, so.
It's a good one. I think I like all of the books better, of course, but I do think that they did really good jobs on the movies.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm excited to read this one. So, I mean, I guess I'm actually like actively reading a book that goes with the theme. Goes with the theme.
I mean, I guess mine could technically go with the theme. I'm on A Court of Mist and Fury right now.
Okay, yeah, fair.
So there's romance.
Fantasy romance.
Yeah, I would say that's probably so far my favorite fantasy romance that I've read.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I would put that series probably in that place. Either that or good old Twilight.
I was going to say Twilight.
Although I don't know.
Be my young adult.
I mean, I guess it's
favorite
a romance. It's a toxic ass romance, but a romance nonetheless, I guess.
You know, you pick and choose your poisons, your vampires, you know. Oh, yeah. Vampire Diaries.
Hey.
I never read the books, though. Did you read the books?
I have read some of them.
Okay.
I haven't read all of them. I mean, this is going to be a spoiler, but if you haven't read the books, you're probably not going to, kind of a thing. Stefan and Elena end up together. Through it.
Oh, yeah.
She never ends up with Damon.
I've heard. That might ruin it for me. Because I'm so invested into the show.
I know. And I'm like, oh, Elena and Damon.
Yeah, Stefan, sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I don't know. I don't know who I think Stefan, like, specifically in the show, should have ended up with. I posted about this.
Oh, yeah.
On Facebook.
Did. Yeah.
Or I shared something, I guess.
I almost think there's no way that he could have, but I really wish that he would have just gotten with his friend. What was her name?
Lexi.
Right. I think they
were
just
been too good of friends.
They were.
But they would have made just like a
fun, loving couple.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think if Catherine hadn't been
so bitchy.
So Catherine.
Yeah.
I think that they would have been good together.
Yeah.
Because like the Stefan and Elena trope works.
Right.
But
right.
Elena and Damon is just so...
It's so much better. If Damon wasn't in the picture, you'd be like, oh yeah, I ship Elena and Stefan all the way. Because that's what we all did in the beginning anyway. Mm-hmm.
But then
when
he
comes into the
that,
picture, you're like, mm-mm.
And that he's not as toxic as he seems. And that he's just like hiding his heart. Really.
Basically. Yeah.
My mom sent me this thing the other day. It was like, something started when you started loving toxic men, and it was a picture of Damon. And it was like, or your issues started when you started falling for toxic men, and it was like, well, actually Stefan kind of ended up being the more toxic of the two with his whole Ripper bullshit, that whole everything.
Yeah.
Whereas Damon is, like you said, misunderstood.
Mm-hmm. Well, and Stefan was very like closeted bad. Like he hid all of his dark shit. Mm-hmm. Damon was like, here it is, all on the table. Love me or hate me. I have a lot of love to give.
Yeah, and he more so closeted his good.
Yeah.
And then him and Bonnie just chef's kiss, best friends right there.
See, and I was really, when I was watching it for like the first time through, I was like, please don't put them together. Just let them be friends. I know,
especially when they ended up in like purgatory or whatever the hell. I was like, I swear to God, if they end up together.
Yeah. Because it almost seemed like they were gonna start trickling that way, and I was like, please don't. Mm-hmm.
Whereas instead they ended up being best friends, because they weren't really before getting there, right? And then it was during that they started becoming like,
that's where they like bonded,
besties.
Yeah.
Yep. We're talking a little too much about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, we like this show a lot.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, it's a good show. It's cheesy as fuck, but it's so good.
So good. Okay. Well, enough of Vampire Diaries.
Diaries.
For now. Maybe we'll do a dedicated episode.
Just a bonus episode of like all of our theories and love for Vampire Diaries and stuff. I mean, I did name my son Damon. So.
True.
And my daughter's name is Aleva, which is based on Elena.
True.
And it's not because, like, obviously, whatever. I just really like the names.
Right.
And the show made me fall in love with the names.
Yeah.
I like that I changed Aleva.
Yeah.
Into Aleva.
Mm-hmm. I think they work.
It works. Anyways,
Valentine's Day.
Did you ever have a Valentine prior to Michael?
I think aside from like the grade school, put the thing in the thing. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? What are they called? The little Valentines and the little. No, I don't think so.
No. I think I did.
Maybe the boyfriend right before him. I can't remember because we were only together for like 6 months, and I can't remember if Valentine's Day fell in that window. Mm-hmm. I don't think it did. So I think Michael's my only one.
That's cute.
Yeah. For 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Thomas has been mine for 10, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think this year actually makes 10 years. Because it would have been going into 2014, so that would have been the first year. So this year makes 10 years. It's difficult when we technically got together in December.
Right.
Which is technically 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, we have one more New Year's than we do anything else.
Oh, right. And we got together in March, so ours is at, like, the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
2011. So, yeah, 2024, so 14, right? 13.
Math. Not my strong suit.
Well, actually, it would be 14 Valentine's Day because we had the first Valentine's Day before we got together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for 14 years.
14 years.
Which,
see, that's cute.
Valentine's Day is on the 14th.
Hey.
Lucky number 14 this year.
Lucky year. Maybe you'll get lucky with that card.
We shall see.
I did. I had, I think, only one. It wasn't technically the boyfriend I had right before him. Mm-hmm. It wasn't Mr. Superman.
Right.
But it was the one prior to Superman.
It was Vampire?
Yes.
Vampire Boyfriend.
Yes.
If you listen to the Halloween episode.
Yep. The vampire and bat situation. Yeah. It was that guy.
Yeah. Speaking of vampires.
Speaking of. See, we're always finding a way to throw it in here. We technically got together for the first time in middle school. Mm-hmm. When he was in 7th grade and I was in 8th grade. Our birthdays, I think I mentioned before, were only like 5 days apart. So he wasn't really that much any younger than me, really, other than by 5 days. But because of birthday cutoffs.
Oh, right.
Because his was September 1st. Mine's August 27th. I was the cutoff because the cutoff was like August 30th or 31st or whatever the last day of August is. Yeah. And so he ended up being in the grade below me. Right. And so we were together for a while. I was his Valentine. He was mine. He was adorable. 8th grade.
Young love.
And then I think we broke up. And then once I was a sophomore, when I was a freshman, we ended up getting back together again for a very short period of time, but it didn't last very long because he was still in middle school.
Oh, right. Yep.
And then I think we did not end up being Valentines that year. And then we ended up getting back together again very early on, sophomore year, but we didn't last very long. So I think 1 year. We were together over the course of 3, kind of sprinkled in there, not together for very long.
On and off.
Oh, yeah, on and off. I ended up having a couple different boyfriends in that span of time. One of whom was the person I ended up losing my virginity to. I've been open about that. Mm-hmm. But we were no longer together right around Valentine's. But he also was kind of one of those people that, like, after whatever amount of time, he didn't really want to be publicly together anymore. Oh. And so, but I was a freshman and he was a sophomore. And I was not smart.
Why? Okay, we might have to cut this. Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, I was with this guy. I think we broke up in like January though. And we were kind of like on again, off again, behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. So we didn't do the whole Valentine's thing that year. Yeah. And so I'm pretty sure it was that freshman. No, not that freshman. The 7th, 8th grade person. Mm-hmm. The bat and vampire thing. And then not again until Thomas. Okay. And then it's just been Thomas.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So that's that.
Yeah. What do you think about Valentine's Day, like, overall? Like, some people think, like, you shouldn't just love your partner on one day. You shouldn't just show love on that one day. Or, like, it's just what do they call it? Like a scam to get people to buy all this shit kind of a thing. Like, what are your thoughts?
I don't disagree with that mentality because it is 100% just kind of gimmicky. Right. But I also think that it's kind of nice to have a dedicated day to show your appreciation for someone. I mean, by that same logic, then you shouldn't celebrate your anniversary. Right. Yeah. Because it's like, you already got married. You don't need to celebrate it. Same with birthdays and stuff. Yeah. It's like, why only celebrate that person or that event or that whatever on that one day? Yeah. Granted, I think, Valentine's Day is because it's an actual like holiday versus it being just like literally any calendar day. Right. It kind of adds to the gimmickiness of it, but in a nutshell, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No. I agree. I can totally see how it's like, we're obviously playing into
capitalism a little
bit by buying all this stuff on one day and making a big hoopla about things. But I kind of like that because you get to spoil the people that are around you. And yes, you love them the same every single other day of the year, but it's okay, I think, to celebrate it, on a specific day. And yes, the government chose, or however history fell,
St. Valentine,
fell on the 14th, but still, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I don't think so. And I mean, are you getting your partner flowers and chocolates and a teddy bear every single day of the year?
Right.
No. So I mean, what's the harm in doing it just once?
Right. It's kind of like, if you think about it, it's kind of just date night for a lot of people in the world.
Yeah. Essentially.
You know, even if you're not going out somewhere, you're treating it as if it was a date. Usually you wake up, you give them something, maybe you make dinner for them or go out to dinner or whatever it is, you know.
Exactly. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's, good that we're deciding to show our love. Also by that same logic, maybe don't celebrate Halloween or Christmas.
Right, yeah,
because I mean, you're buying stuff then too. And
yep.
Whatever. I think if you're somebody who wants to celebrate the holiday, no matter what the holiday is, then do so.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on like doing Valentine's Day for your kids? You said that Thomas does the flowers for Anna. I like last year, I think was the first year that I made like Valentine's baskets. I think I just made one for Maverick, and I think I gave Quincy like a little toy because she was a few months old.
Yeah. So like Easter, but
Valentine's Day.
That's cute. I never thought about doing something like that.
Yeah. I really want to, and I told Michael this last year, that's why I started it last year. Like on those little holidays, just doing something little. We don't like do the whole Easter Bunny and Santa Claus. We've talked about that on here before.
Same.
Or, stuff like that. So on those specific holidays, I try to just put like something really small together. I think I got Maverick like a book or two, and I think I got him one little candy thing, and then I think I literally just pulled his favorite snacks out of our pantry and just filled the basket. Hey. And to him, it was like Christmas morning.
Oh, that's cute.
I just like doing the little stuff like that.
I never even thought about that. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
that's really cute.
Yeah, my mom used to always give me something small on Valentine's Day.
I don't remember.
She would usually get us like a little chocolate or like one of the little sweethearts boxes, or one year, I think I still have it, she got me like this little coffee mug that had like a little teddy bear in it.
Oh, cute.
And so I think I got it from that. I just want to just kind of do a little something for them. Yeah,
that's cute. I like that idea.
Yeah,
I might steal that from you this year.
That's okay. Steal away. Everyone, steal it away.
That's cute. I like that because I think that it's good to show appreciation. And I mean, that's kind of what all of these little holidays are, realistically. That's not obviously how they began. Right. But that's what they morphed into, is showing appreciation for people that you love. Maybe not necessarily Halloween. Whereas like all the other ones like Christmas, Easter, I think those are really the only two other major ones, is about just showing the people around you how much you love them and getting them things that you know that they're going to enjoy. Yeah. So yeah, I don't necessarily see anything wrong with that. And I think that that's cute. And I think that it's the other thing too with like Valentine's Day, because it's obviously more about romance than anything else. Right. I think it can be a very good way to show your children what, the positive things in a relationship and showing them how you should love each other. Right. Obviously if you guys are fighting every single day of the week and then on Valentine's Day shit's great, that's toxic. That's toxic. But, showing the person you love that you do take into account the things that they like, their favorite flower, their favorite chocolate, their favorite inside joke, in my case. Right, yeah. Their favorite foods, and then going out of your way to not only obtain those things, but then like facilitate it, and, showing this person you love them, that's a good role model for when they get older, for, your daughters to know what they should be able to expect out of a relationship, and how they should treat their partners, and then same for their sons, how they should treat their partners and what they should expect out of a relationship. Yeah. I think even last year, Michael took Maverick with him to go pick out mommy some gifts and stuff. So like Maverick chose the flowers, Maverick chose the chocolate that Michael got me, and I think they got me a coffee that morning too. Obviously Maverick didn't choose that, but he tries to get him involved and stuff like that, and we try to do that for like birthdays and stuff. Obviously like he's not to the point where he can really choose out a gift. Yeah, without being like, without it race being cars. Yeah, exactly. But we try to take him with, and like, should we get daddy this or this, and kind of give him options and stuff, just so he's included. So because I do want my kids to know that
you know, it's not always about receiving. It's about giving. And, you know, making others feel good and making others, you know, day a little bit better by getting them whatever.
Yeah. And I think all of that's really important. And I think these are all opportunities to show those life lessons.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not every single day that we're going to have the opportunity to give our kids life lessons of the receiving versus giving.
Right.
And, you know, obviously that one is more important life lesson wise than the other. And that you're not always going to receive something.
Right.
But you should, within reason, give.
Right. Yeah.
That whole thing is kind of its own.
Yeah. Definitely obvious. Like, you don't want to
only
give and then become taken advantage of or a people pleaser or something like that. But, and I think that you, on the flip side, you don't want to expect to receive gifts.
Yes. It's a balance.
It's a balance, yeah. And that's hard to teach, obviously, little ones. So that's why I try to, as age is going up, these little things. But, yeah, that's a tricky one to...
It is such a tricky thing
to teach.
Oh, yes. Especially because you don't want to create spoiled kids. And
yeah.
that expect things.
Right, exactly.
And I think that having them be included in getting mommy something, you know, is nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, like, I try to bring the kids on, like, for Father's Day and stuff. Because Valentine's Day is definitely more about...
Right.
The woman.
Yeah.
I mean, in, like, same-sex relationships and stuff, obviously. I mean, Valentine's Day is just hard because it's all pink and hearts and flowers. So,
right.
like... There's not a whole lot for the husbands.
Right.
Like, I can go get you your favorite candy, but, like, decoration and, like, whatever wise, it's all very girly.
Yeah, especially just going, like, you have to get creative.
Yes,
for a guy.
It's so creative.
It seems.
Which I have fun doing.
Right.
Just oftentimes it ends up being the same every single year.
Right.
Which, I mean, it's always the same every year the other way, too, so.
Yeah. It's just not as, I don't want to say easy, but I guess attainable? More attainable, because right now I could go to Walmart and find a million heart-shaped things, a million pink things, a million stuffed animals. My husband doesn't want that.
Neither does mine. Yours does.
That's okay.
You are lucky.
Yeah, that's great, because that makes it easier. But yeah, I was trying to think of like a few gifts that I've given Michael in the past, but I'm really drawing a blank. So
I think in the past I've given him like his favorite candy. I always try to make sure that it's like a red candy. So like he really likes the red vines.
Oh yeah.
I think he also really likes, I think, resins or whatever, and they're like red and gold on the package.
I think we've talked about this before, and I still don't know what you're talking about.
It's like a caramel chocolate something. Yeah. Anyways, he really likes those, and then usually I'll get him one of those like little bottles of whiskey.
Oh yeah.
And that seems to be like A-okay.
Yeah. Usually we write cards to each other. We always buy a card, and then we literally write like so much in the cards. And then I'm trying to think what I've gotten him in the past. I really don't remember. Like, I'm drawing so many blanks right now. Sometimes I'd get him like a beer.
Thump,
I'm trying to think, honestly, if that card doesn't show up, like I said, he might not be getting anything, because and we're doing no alcohol January, so it's like I can't even get him because this is side, but
wait, no alcohol but it's in February.
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
So we're doing something, a new habit every month. But we're going
Didn't you try this last year or the year before?
Yes, and it lasted like 6 months.
Okay.
So we're going to try to push it. And I did it a little bit differently this year. Last year, it was like a new habit every month. But then once the month was over, you can go back to whatever you were doing. This year, we're going to try to roll it over.
Oh, to add every month. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to try to roll in no alcohol into February. And then February is either going on a walk every day or using the stationary bike or like a workout video.
Okay.
Something small every day.
So a small workout every day.
Small workout every day plus the no alcohol. Maverick. And then that's as far as we've gotten.
Okay.
Because we're just going to try to do it like a week or two before, try to figure out, okay, what are we doing next month?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So that's what we got going on right now. So I can't get him alcohol for Valentine's Day.
I see. Coffee, a soda that he likes. I don't know. Those are my...
Yeah, usually I get like food, drinks. If there's something small that I know he's been wanting, then I've done that. Like I do remember one year I got him, this is alcohol related though again, those little stones that you can like put in the freezer.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
The drinking stones or whatever they're
yep.
called.
I don't know their official name, but yeah.
I usually make breakfast and we usually go out for dinner. Mm-hmm. Even with the kids, I think the last couple of years we've still taken them with us. And I mean,
it can be chaotic.
we try to go to places that we know
are more kid friendly.
Yeah, it's more kid friendly, and I know that people aren't going there to have like a super romantic Valentine's dinner.
Like nobody's going to Red Robin and expecting 5-star service.
Right, exactly. I think we went to Tacovore, which is a place in Corvallis last year, and it's just like a little taco place. Nobody's going there for like super high end quality food. But yeah.
I like that though.
Yeah.
We usually just do something at home. Mm-hmm. I think we've gone out once or twice, Thomas and I.
Yeah.
But it's never been like tradition for us.
Yeah. Yeah. We usually, like I said, we usually try to go out. When we were younger, we would go out like it was we must go out to dinner together kind of a thing. Now it's kind of like whatever works.
Yeah.
If we're feeling like we want to brave taking the kids out with us, then we will. If not, we're like, what should we make at home for each other? Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to go like and like dress up.
I know.
And go out to eat. One, I don't know if like any restaurants that wouldn't be $500.
Yeah.
That would warrant like a cute dress.
Yeah.
And I'm talking like a nice...
like a cocktail dress.
Like a bodycon.
Yeah.
Because I have a red bodycon that I've had for I don't even know how long.
Yeah.
And like he's got some nice suited up type stuff that we've never worn.
You just have for just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah. That'd be fun. I think there's a couple restaurants that you could...
I mean, Red Lobster, you can kind of pull that stuff off.
Yeah.
But even that's still...
Yeah.
Here, let me just pig out on...
Yeah,
on
I
this
know
lobster tail.
There's a couple restaurants actually in Albany.
Okay.
That I think could warrant that are downtown.
Okay.
I think it's called like... not Block 15 because I think that's a beer. I'd have to find it.
Okay.
But there's a couple places that I think that would be cute for.
Alrighty.
And Corvallis, I think there's like one or two there that would be kind of cute for.
Okay. Cool. Good to know.
Yeah. I've always had this idea, and a lot of people do it, but I think it would be super cute to do. And maybe not on Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. But have you ever seen like the Galentine's days where all the girls get together and like have like their own little Valentine's Day thing? I think that would be pretty cool. Like if we did it on maybe like the weekend prior or something and just had like a cute little girls' day where, you know, I see a lot of them are like pink and red and they wear like a cute outfit, or some of them do like lingerie parties, but
I've heard of that. Yeah.
I'm not about that right now. But like you bring like a cute little outfit and maybe you watch like a cute TV show that you guys all like, and you have like everybody brings like their own snack or their own drink or something. I think that would be super fun.
That does sound fun.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of that, and I know a lot of people do it for like single girls.
Yeah.
But I think it could be fun for just like wives, moms who needs a break.
Just, yep.
I need to love myself.
I mean, you're not doing alcohol, but like getting some, what is that? Why can't I remember what the name of this alcohol is called? Stella Rosa. That's what it is.
Oh,
like the Stella Rosa wines and stuff. Granted, that's like my favorite, but
right.
You know, like you said, watching like a favorite romance movie or something, and some chocolate,
playing games or something.
Yeah,
like find some like
that'd be fun,
funny games. I mean, we're really just describing like a girl's day, but
yes,
make it Galentine's.
Make it Galentine's. Everybody wears pink, red, purple, something like that.
Yeah, I think that could be super fun. I always want to do those types of things and like just have a girl day. But you know, when you see them on like TikTok or YouTube or movies or whatever, and it's like all the girls choose, okay, today we're going to go to Kaylee's house. And where do the husbands go? I mean, in the movies, sometimes all the husbands are getting together. But like,
but then nobody talks about like where the kid's going,
yeah,
where the husband's going.
Yeah. Where do you send your husband? And
good question.
And how do you tell him like, I don't want you to just, I don't want to tell you a time to come home. Like, let me just tell you when I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is so difficult when you've got like the kids and stuff. Yeah. Because like, you know, he would need to plan to be gone. And I mean, I guess it would work out that like whoever is hosting it, like if their husband and kids were friends with one of the other moms' husband and kids.
Right, then they could just go over there.
And hang out kind of situation. But that doesn't always work because, I mean, sometimes the husbands aren't necessarily close. Yeah. In an ideal world, sure, but it's not always that way.
Yeah. I feel like it would almost work better if when kids are older and they could have like, in the instance where like, if you're super close with them and they're your friends and you have kids, or like in our instance, cousins, then maybe it could be like a sleepover situation. Right. You know? And then the husband obviously comes home eventually to bring their wife home, and then, you know what I mean? I feel like that's the only way that it could work.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like...
That'd be a tricky one.
It would be tricky. And then, I mean, if the kids were older, you know, like with sleepovers and stuff, if that was something you did, you could just send your kids off for a sleepover for the day. Right, yeah. Type thing. But not everybody does sleepovers. No. Not everybody has somebody that would be able to, like, make that work anyways. So, yeah. It sounds like it'd be good in theory.
I know. That's why I've never, like, actually done it. Yeah. Because when you start getting down to the logistics of it, you're like, how do I pull that off? Yeah. How do I make sure that all the moms that I would invite are able to find things for their kids and make sure their husbands don't come? Yeah. You know, because some husbands are like, well, yeah, I'll come with you. And you're like,
not for you. I didn't want you to come. Yeah. And then add in there that not everybody's husband would be able to handle the kids for however long. Yeah. Because let's be honest, there are some husbands that would be like, hey, I'm going to need you to come home. So-and-so threw up, or so-and-so had a blowout. And it's like,
I need time alone. Yeah. Man, that would be a tricky one, but it would be fun if it could ever happen.
Yeah. I don't think I've had a girl's day. Ever?
I don't think I've had a girl's day since I've had kids. Yeah. And when I was pregnant with Maverick.
I mean, like, I've gone and done stuff with you, or like gone and done stuff with my mom. But
like multiple girls.
Whereas like Thomas has like gone out to the bar with his friends a couple of times. He's going out with them again on Wednesday. Oh. So. And that's like without kids. It's not during work hours. Yeah. Like, where's my life?
Well, let's go kidding. Out. Let's do something. I was just talking to Megan the other day, and she was like, "Can we just like go to a dinner sometime? Like, right? Literally just you and I." And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds great."
Like, let's just get out
of
the house.
Do we ever plan it?
No.
Why?
Because we know realistically that
it's almost more of a headache to get it set up.
It is. And then you're worried the whole time. Yeah. About your kids, or you know for a fact your kids are giving husband a hard time. Yeah. And as soon as you get home, you're going to be bombarded, and that in and of itself is overwhelming just to think about having to just the coming home part and being bombarded. Yeah. And then it's like all of the energy that you just got to expel and have fun. Yeah. And then it's just immediately just like, oh, you wanted to not have, okay, well, here's everything you didn't have. Like times 10 though, because they missed you. Yeah.
It's almost like you have to do it where they have to put them to bed. Like there's no choice. You have to put them in bed. So when I get home, kids are asleep.
I can just go take a shower and go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like other than that, you just come home and you're like, oh my God, again.
Yep. And then it doesn't really feel like you got a break because
you're coming home to more.
Yeah, that it would have just been a lot less hectic had I just stayed home.
Mm-hmm. Because thinking about coming home to bedtime.
Oh, God.
Sounds atrocious.
So many tasks and crying kids that then missed you.
Right. And then now they're amped up because, oh, mom's home. Now we can do things with mom. And you're like, or you can go to bed. Leave me alone.
So I love my kids, I swear. Valentine's Day. Sounds great.
Sounds good.
In theory.
How to actually have one, I don't know.
Yeah.
Will we ever know?
And it is one of those things that's like, we decided to have kids young.
Yeah.
Like, I could have waited to have kids until I was older and then be able to do all of those things prior to. Mm-hmm. But would I have?
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't regret not doing those things because of my kids.
Yeah.
But are there times where I have a little FOMO, a little fear of missing out?
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Just a wee bit.
And I know some women, moms, parents, have a little bit easier, or at least appears easier of a time, or maybe they just have a great support system and a million people that will babysit their kids. It seems like some people have like a little bit easier time saying, hey, my kids are going to go do this, so I can do this. Mm-hmm. And I have a really hard, I know that about myself, and I know that it's a detriment to myself.
Yeah.
I have a harder time sending my kids off.
Same.
I'm always like, I'll just make it work. I'll bring them with me, and maybe I won't have like the greatest time, but I'll still be able to go, versus like, oh no, they can be watched by so-and-so. I can go do this for me. I'll just bring the kids.
Yeah. There's a lot of guilt that goes with they stay home and I go do something for myself. I don't feel like dads ever get that as much.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't think that my husband has ever denied going out with friends because he would feel guilty being away from home. Whereas I know that I have actively denied going out with somebody because I felt guilty.
I think Michael has definitely felt guilty for leaving the kids when he's gone to hang out with friends. But I don't think it comes, like, I feel guilty and I change my plans to staying home.
Yeah.
Whereas
he feels guilty and still goes.
Yeah. There's been like a handful of times that he's felt guilty and like been like, no, I'm just going to stay home with the kids. That's usually because like he promised he would do something with Maverick, or Maverick's sick, or something like that. Whereas for me, it's literally like, everybody's fine. I know everybody is fine. I know everybody will live. I know everybody's well taken care of, but I still feel bad that I'm not home. So I'm just going to stay home.
Yeah. Like Thomas has canceled plans hanging out with friends before.
Yeah.
Usually though, that's because of me, not because of the kids.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, okay, but realistically, because you would need to drive home, you need to stop drinking by like X time.
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, okay, so I need to stop drinking an hour before I get there. Got it.
You're like, well, yes.
Like, well, when it's an hour away and
right,
you work tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Realistically, you can't be out till midnight. Like you gotta be home at a decent time because you get up at 4 a.m. type situation.
Yep. Yeah.
Just doesn't work. Being an adult's hard.
Yeah. Being a parent's harder.
Yes. Man, where are these Valentines that, back in high school where it was just easy and you just hand someone a card that says, will you be my Valentine? Check yes or no. And you can just boop, boop. And then go out on a cute little date. And then it just is.
It was literally just, hey, Mom, can I go out to dinner with Michael? Yeah, okay, sure. Cool. I'm going to go. Yeah. And I'll be out until I have to be home.
Yep. It just was like that. Like, I think one time, I don't remember if it was for Valentine's Day or for just a date night, but it's romantic. So I'm going to just say it here anyways. It was when I was still living with my mom. So it was like back in high school. Thomas had like called my mom or texted her or something and was like, hey, can I take Kaylee out on a date tonight? And she was like, yeah, sure. And he's like, okay, can you have her wear like this dress and whatever? Because he like matched me. And so he picked out a dress that he knew was in my closet. And so my mom like put it on my bed or whatever and was like, as soon as I got home from school or something, she was like, hey, go do your homework really quick. I was like, okay, go do my homework. She's like, all right, you need to get into this dress like right now. okay. Go curl your hair. I'm like, okay. And then Thomas came, and I still had no idea what I was doing. I was like, is she taking me out somewhere? Like, what's going on here?
Right.
He showed up. Oh, I'm dressed nice or whatever. And I was like, what's going on here? And she's like, you guys are going out to Red Lobster.
Oh, that's super
for
cute.
For a little date night. It was cute. I still remember it was this like blue floral dress. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if my mom took us, like if she drove, because I don't remember if Thomas was driving at the time. Mm-hmm. But I have a cute little picture of us kiss. Aww. Little kiss right outside.
That's super cute.
The restaurant. It's adorable.
That's super cute. Mm-hmm. I think Michael and I have picked out our outfits like twice for a date night. I don't think it was Valentine's Day, but it was like a date night. But we just went into the closet and was like, you should wear this. You should wear this.
That's cute.
That can be fun until they pick the thing that you're like, ooh,
I don't want to wear that right now.
Ooh.
Last time I put that on, it gave me so much anxiety. No thanks.
Yeah. You're like, I want to wear that for you, but I don't want to wear that for me.
Yes. I remember Thomas tried to have me wear this dress. It was like I hadn't worn it since before I had Anna. Mm-hmm. And then it was after, and your body changes a lot after you have a baby.
Yep.
And he's like, how about you wear this dress? And I was like, okay.
I don't know if my body's going to fit the same in that dress.
I put it on, and it was like gaping here. And it was just like, my boobs are like twice the size that they were the last time.
Do you still want me to wear this?
Yeah. And I was looking at it, and I was like, you can see my bra. Like, just straight up, there's no way around this. And I was like, I don't think this dress is ever going to fit me again.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I ended up I like donated it later that year because I was like, I'm never fitting in this again because my boobs are never shrinking.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
My boobs have only gotten bigger. And I mean, just in general, I am bigger.
Right.
That dress, I'm pretty sure I could like get my head in one arm in it and be like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here for my date night.
That's the weird thing too about like dating in high school and then being together in your adult life. Mm-hmm. It's like all the outfits that they liked.
Right?
When you first got together, you're like, there ain't no way that's going to be working. Either one, now it's no longer my style, or two, it's just not fitting.
the no longer your style thing is like, that is something too that like I never really thought about. Mm-hmm. But if I had all of the same things that I had back in high school, I don't know if I would have worn any of it now.
Yeah.
I can look back on some outfits and be like, okay, yeah, realistically, because that's jeans and a black sweater.
Right. I was going to say there's certain things like a sweatshirt and jeans.
Yeah.
That would be fine.
But like literally any of the dresses I had. Yeah. I don't think I would wear a single one of them to this day.
I don't think I would either. I didn't have many, but I don't think I would.
Or at least maybe I would wear it, but it would be like really out of my norm.
It differently.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My style is just so different.
Yeah.
But I also couldn't imagine younger me wearing what I wear now either.
Right. Same.
Because, I mean, maybe what I'm currently wearing.
Yeah.
Just a floral top and
certain
leggings,
things,
but
I think, yeah.
Certain things, sure. But I don't know. Like, none of the dresses that I like. Because, I mean, y'all know those, like, Target pilgrim dresses that everybody was making fun of? Mm-hmm. I like them.
Right. I think some of them are really cute.
Oh yeah, not all of them. Some of them are like too pilgrimy.
Right.
But like some of them I like.
Yeah.
I wore one of them for Ellie's maternity.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah. And the one was pretty.
Yeah.
I think that one was pretty.
Yeah.
I liked it. I know you guys maybe don't, but I liked it. But I don't know if 16-year-old me would have probably made fun of 25-year-old me.
Yeah, potentially I would have.
Yeah.
Not me, but
I know what you mean. I mean, 25-year-old me looks back on 16-year-old me and
I make fun of younger me all the time.
Yeah, so I mean, like, fine. We're two different people. It's fine. I get it. There's 10 years between us, honey. We're good.
Mm-hmm. Man, yeah.
What it felt like to be 16. That does not feel like going on 10 years ago.
I'm way past feeling like 16.
Same.
Yeah. Literally, my hips have been killing me these last few days. And every time I go to stand up, I'm like, I'm such an old lady.
You know that song Hips Don't Lie by Shakira?
What?
The song Hips Don't Lie by Shakira?
Yes. I thought you were saying that's on.
No. I'd be like, I feel 20, whatever, however old. I'm like, my hips don't lie.
My hips do not lie.
I am clearly.
They are screaming the truth of what my body has gone through.
My hips tell the truth of how old I am and how many children I have had.
Yeah. My hips literally hurt because we went on a walk with the kids and I was carrying Quincy on one hip. No. And so my hips were just cocked slightly. That's it.
Oh, God.
And now they are on fire the last 2 days.
All of the women from before the modern age would faint at the way that we just cannot handle our bodies.
Literally.
They'd be like, honey, do you understand how long I held this child for?
Yeah.
We didn't have XYZ in my day.
Props to you guys. Because my body is jacked.
I could never.
Yeah.
Well, that was Valentine's Day.
That was Valentine's Day plus a little extra.
Plus a little
you didn't
extra.
ask for.
Nope. Yep. I think next week. Oh yeah, next week's is already recorded. So the week after we will let you know maybe if you got the card thing.
Yeah.
We'll see if you've gotten an update for that by then.
Cross your fingers for me, guys.
You'll get it soon. You'll get an update soon because I'm curious on if you got scammed or not.
I might have.
You might have.
And it was like close to $40.
Ooh. Yeah.
I think it was like $35.
Fun. Well, we hope that you have an amazing Valentine's Day in 2 days if you are celebrating it.
Yes.
If not, I hope you have an amazing next couple of days and that you're not kicking yourself too hard.
Yeah.
If you're not somebody who celebrates Valentine's Day or if you don't have a Valentine.
Yeah.
You can be your own Valentine.
You can.
Go watch some sappy romances.
Read a book.
Read a book. Mm-hmm.
Have some wine for me.
Oh, yes. Have some wine for Mandee. And we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.